The moon is a better location than Neptune.
I have
Yeah.
to agree. Other
Yeah.
than the light level deficiency you have at Neomuna, and that is not even fun. So yeah,
I
moon's
don't
just
even
better.
like that. I think the only good thing about Neptune is just Vex Incursion. Everything else, every other destination has done before, and I don't really think there's much
Yeah.
to it. Crucible at the start of Beyond Light was the most fun for every free-to-play Guardian. I don't fucking understand how anyone could
I
believe
think-
that would stasis.
I
Yeah.
do have to say that the gunplay, other than
I mean,
120s, was really good during Beyond Light, or the
I
start
think
of
I
Beyond Light.
remember people saying like how the sandbox at the time was good. It was just stasis kind of destroyed it, but still, it's like stasis was just overtuned the all hell.
I do
Never
miss
mind.
that, like, in the multiplayer, that I do miss when there was a tactical nuke every time I shadow dive. That's the only thing I missed.
Oh yeah.
They should have vaulted the Dreaming City instead of the Tangled Shore.
The good stuff from the Tangled Shore was already like half removed because like the Thorn Quest was removed from there already, and
I
they
mean, last
kept.
word.
Oh yeah, last word. My bad.
Yeah, it's the last word quest. That like Tangled Shore, we lost 2 strikes. One, it was Hollowed Lair and then Brood Hold. With Dreaming City, we lost Corrupted. So it's like either way, we were losing one really bad strike. But like, so I guess in strikes
Yeah.
in terms, Tangled Shore was worse. But like with
Yeah.
Dreaming City, we would have lost Shadow Throne and Last Wish most likely. Eververse is nowhere near as bad as monetization on other games.
Okay, in general, no, because there's several games. Helldivers 2 is a good example. Like, $3 microtransactions. Like, that's
Well,
not pretty
Helldivers
outrageous.
is better, but like when compared to COD, Apex, Siege,
Like,
Diablo, like
If we're
other-
comparing it to the bottom
Yeah.
of the barrel, then yeah.
The thing that I don't like is just like when you look at it from like a distant perspective, just paying $15 to $20 for like 5 pieces of armor, isn't that horrifying? Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
when I
doing
when
anything.
comparing it to
$3
something like
per.
$3 per piece, but when compared to like Diablo or Apex, it's like Apex it's like $18 for that, and in Diablo it'd be like $30 or $60. So it's like it really depends on the game itself, but it's like I think ships, ghosts, and sparrows are overpriced. Almost sets are a bit pricey, but about on par with the industry. Weapon ornaments are actually a really good price, though. I would say that. Ego Edge wasn't nerfed hard enough.
I'm hard.
I hard disagree with that because I could not
I-
live without
I
shadow
They should
shading.
buff it. They
and
need to
Eager
buff
Edge.
it back to its
Eager Edge
original state.
has ruined the sandbox. Eager
Oh,
Edge.
yeah.
Okay, Reddit. They should reprise vaulted story missions for season or nightfalls.
This person has the hentai profile pic.
Yeah, I was about
It's
to comment
close.
on that.
I was gonna say this. This is probably gonna be my own hot take. I actually miss when story missions were designed for strikes, and I kind of feel like this is what that reminds me of. Like I think,
Yeah.
like if Savathun, like honestly, Savathun's entire final mission, if that was put into the strike players, maybe with like a middle part cutout or like shortened, I think that'd be a pretty fun strike. Everything is going to be okay.
No,
No.
it's not.
His name is We Do a Little Arson with a little frog with a fire.
Beyond Light was Destiny 2's best year.
I agree. Honestly, I agree.
I agree
I
with
say
that.
to some extent, I think
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
it? Forsaken's year did have some good stuff, but Beyond Light was best for consistency and for storytelling.
It's really funny that in Beyond Light, the worst part of Beyond Light was Beyond Light.
Yeah,
It's really what?
there's actually another question I'm gonna put up here since it also goes in line with this one, so we'll do these two. If the first year of Destiny 2 didn't kill the franchise, literally nothing will. And then if D2 didn't die during Warmind and Curse of Osiris, it won't die during the final shape. The big issue really is just we don't know what's to come. Like Curse of Osiris and not Forsaken, Curse of Osiris and Warmind, we knew were gonna come out like before the game released. We knew there'd be a big fall expansion. Shadowkeep, we just assumed there'd be something, and then Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Lightfall, and now Final Shape, we had roadmaps for. And now we have episodes, but we don't know what comes after that. So it really
Sure.
is just more of like, it survived early on since it was also early in the franchise, some people were more forgiving, and then just actually having an idea of what's to come next.
I feel it was much worse back then. When Destiny 2 came out, a lot of people like
I mean, I
went
feel
away
like
from Destiny 2.
I know
a
people
lot.
went away from it, but it was also more of the case where it's like there was still D1, it was early on, stuff like that. But like I feel like Destiny's become a lot more popular in recent years, so it's like it's doing better right now, so it definitely ain't gonna die to that level unless episodes are atrocious, but it's still just
Yeah.
it just feels worse in community morale because there also is more people in the community, more people just upset.
Yeah, there's more people talking about how they don't like the current state of it.
A fire team of acting warrior titans with sweet business and 4 times kinetic surge plus well as god tier damage. Ink, you've tested that. You know if it's true?
It is actually.
Counterpoint, Thunderlord and Divinity.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
Thunderlord sweep. Thunderlord sweep.
As much as everyone hating it, sunsetting was a necessary evil in order to scale back the power of players. I feel like sunsetting hasn't done shit compared to how much the sandbox has changed nowadays.
Sunsetting was
Okay,
done to
I
resell our
agree
old
with
loot.
this take until like Splicer when they just like gave up on not giving us like was it power
Power
stuff
creep.
and then stopped sunsetting as well.
But another thing, this goes in line with like the sunsetting people are talking about now, but it's like one thing that's like if they do sunsetting again, it's more of the case of like, oh, here's some weapons that are probably going to look identical, feel identical, and have the exact same roles as your weapons that have been sunset. So it's like
Yeah.
it's like wiping the slate clean just to give you the exact same thing again. And I think that was like the biggest. Oh, that's the big issue. Like if they do sunsetting again, but right now it's like, look at the reckoning weapons. They brought those back and just weaker, and then the opulent weapons came back but far stronger. Season of Plunder was a good season.
Kill this man. Kill this man. I want this man destroyed. Why does he have 10 lives?
I will say there's
Oh no.
parts that I do think are underappreciated, but I think Plunder's a bad season. It's set for the King's Fall Remaster, Arc 3.0, and I think Catch Crash was kind of decent. Like,
Counterpoint?
honestly, in my opinion, Arc...
A big counterpoint.
Yeah,
One,
but
King's Fall was free. 2, Arc 3.0 was free. Which means, in terms of paid content, the quality of the paid content was really, really bad. The free content was really, really good in terms of quality, but that doesn't really mean that in of itself makes the season good, because that means you're really paying for really bad stuff, and everyone else is getting everything good, which means what's even the point of paying $10 now $13 because they increased the price for the seasons.
Another thing that add for like the free content is the Deo's weapons going and crafting wasn't a free change to a free activity as well.
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
yeah, but you didn't have to pay for a Season of Plunder to obtain that.
But yeah, like out of the 4 good things we've said about Plunder, 3 of those were free. And then like when you look at the other paid content, like the story, the Elixir Quarter event, what was that bad activity? I generally don't remember what it
It's like
was.
treasure hunts, expeditions.
Yeah, it was expeditions. Yeah,
there
like
Okay.
expeditions weren't good. The story weren't good. The missions were just reskin lost sectors, and the loot was all reskins. With people only liked some of those weapons just because Vulture was only on them. I'm gonna say that now.
Yeah.
Citan Rampart should be buffed to apply to bubble. I
don't
kind of
know
want
why.
to see that.
No.
I know that would be a
thinking-
mess for
Oh,
PvP,
yeah.
especially during capture
Yeah.
trials. But I really want Zodic where you actually could shoot through bubbles. I think that would be a nice buff for Citans. The community is a bigger problem than most want to admit.
Honestly, yeah.
I agree with that.
Lukewarm
Yeah.
take. This is real shit.
Not just the speedrunner community,
Especially
Ew.
the strike speedrunners.
the
Like,
PvE and PvP elitists. You gotta also consider that kind of.
mhm,
group,
yeah,
too.
I was gonna say that, like, low man speedrunners, PvP, just try hard, just any just end game content for Destiny. It feels like there's just a toxic community, which is why Gambit has the best Destiny community. It's just 2 people.
They're not real.
Shadowkeep was a good DLC.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.